Hi everyone, Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today we're back here for another speed build, and today we're going to go ahead and create this modernized Tudor mansion. So if you'd like to go ahead and download this for yourself, it is up on the gallery now. My origin ID is RealThomasTV1. So this idea has been so highly requested on the channel, like to do some sort of like older build that's been modernized, or like a Tudor home that's been modernized. So that's what we're doing today. And also, just in case you're looking at the spelling of modernized in the title, I'm spelling it the American way because that's where most of my viewers are from. So that's why I tend to spell things in titles and stuff on the channel in the American form rather than how I do it from the UK. But anyway, so this home is built on a 64 by 64 lot in Windenburg, and it came in at 412,713 simoleons, and it has 7 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. And then for the packs I used today, for the expansions, I used all of them apart from Get to Work, and then for the game packs I used Jungle Adventure, Parenthood, Dine Out and Spa Day, and then for the stuff packs I used Laundry Day, Fitness Stuff, Backyard Stuff, Cool Kitchen and Perfect Patio. Now some of those packs don't really use a lot of items from them, so for example Fitness Stuff, all I used from that was the treadmill and the sink, and then from Backyard Stuff all I used from that was the outdoor table. So you know, that isn't a lot of things from those packs, and it's the case for some other ones within that build as well. So if you don't have one of those packs, then maybe just have a look through in the gallery, because if you click on the pack icon, it actually tells you which specific items are used from that build, and if you see just like one item used that's just for decoration or something like that, then you can, you know, still download it and it won't make too much of a difference. Now this home, even though it's like a modernized Tudor mansion, it still has some aspects of like the Tudor style, but not really a lot that you'll notice that much on the interior. It's more of just the exterior that looks like that. So you can see it's like the main part of the house in the middle, which has kind of got, you know, the get together wallpapers on, and then it's got an extension of the home on one side of it, and then it's got the garage which is kind of another extension on the other side of the home, and then in the backyard area there is actually a pool house, which I don't do a lot of, like indoor pools, so I went ahead and did one of those, and I also went ahead and put a greenhouse there as well. So in terms of like what's in the extension areas, the garage like normal has been changed into a gym, which is what I do a lot, and then the other extension on the other side of the home is kind of where the new sort of kitchen diner space is. So it's like a really modern kitchen, it's really spacious in there, it's got nice big windows, so that was a nice place to put the kitchen diner, I thought. And then I've also kind of updated the bathrooms within the home, so even like in the middle part of the home, which you may think would look more on the Tudor side, it still just have a lot of modernized bathrooms in it. And I also didn't do a whole lot of like traditional furniture within this build. There is sort of aspects, you know, within the living room, and then the bedrooms are more slightly updated as well, so it's kind of a mix of themes going on. You know, some of the bedrooms may be really modern, but they still have the really, you know, old-fashioned Tudor windows, and I really think like a combination of you know, traditional and modern kind of looks good in builds sometimes. So that's what I did here today. And at the end of the video, when I go ahead and put the screenshots in, what I used to start doing the last couple of months was trying to remember to put those bird's eye view pictures in of the build, so you can see it from like, you know, top down, and you can easily see it if you want to build it on console or something. Well, the free build mode camera that I use to get into like, you know, like tab mode within build mode, I use a mod for that, and it's actually broken for some reason. It's really messing up my game. I don't know why it's doing that, but it means I can't really take those screenshots very well, so you won't see them in today's build. But as you probably know, I have been starting to put all my builds onto console recently, so every update I'm trying to kind of, you know, put as many builds on the console as I can. So all of them that I've done for the last couple of months are pretty much on there. If you want to learn more about like the specific ones that are on there, there is actually, well, the first time I did it, I did a video called Builds Coming to Console, so you can go ahead and check out that for the first set of builds. And then within the Solani family home, which was a console exclusive speed build I did as well, within that build I also tell you the other ones that came to console within that. And I also have another set coming soon. I can't say which date it is because it's like the day of the update, which is confidential, but it will be coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. And I will again come back and make another video letting you know which builds I did put on there, and this one won't be coming up in there because I've already sent those ones off to be put onto console, but this one should be coming up, you know, later in the year, hopefully, to console. So you know, even though I didn't get those bird's eye view pictures in, it will come to console hopefully in the next couple of months. So we're just working on the interior now. As you can see, I did do all the wall coverings and stuff off screen because I find that, you know, kind of boring to look at sometimes. I normally put them in if I'm like got loads of time left in the speed speed build and it's not a very long video, I might just put it in as something, you know, that some people like to see, and if I've got the time for it, I might as well put it in. But this build is kind of over 15 minutes, which is normally my maximum for builds. I know some people do like half an hour builds and stuff, which I don't mind. I watch, you know, videos that long, but personally for me, talking that long, it gets a little bit boring for people to listen to. So I don't really tend to do, you know, voiceovers that long. So I do try to keep them around 15 minutes just to kind of, you know, keep everyone interested, I suppose. And this is kind of this side bit here where it's got the extension on it. I went ahead and built the big kitchen area. It's got a nice big island counter there as well. I did actually go and change up all those like swatches of those island counters and the cabinets and stuff as well to a slightly more darker colour swatch, like a darker grey. I just thought it kind of fit in a little bit better because there's a lot of like brown tones within this room, and then kind of having that with it's like really bright and white, it didn't really fit in as well. So I did go ahead and change those colour swatches up slightly off camera. And now we're just kind of putting a few decorations in, you know, again, nothing too interesting. Sometimes I take out, you know, footage of me doing the hallways and stuff because, again, like putting the wall coverings down, it isn't the most exciting thing to watch, so sometimes I do cut those out. And we've also got another living room here. If you don't know, within mansions I do kind of put a lot of these in my builds because, you know, sometimes you don't want to have like a ridiculous amount of bedrooms to kind of fill up the space. So sometimes I kind of even out a little bit more with like, you know, 2 or 3 living rooms, which is probably, you know, way more than you need, but it looks kind of nice. I think in bigger homes it makes it feel more grand, I think, you know, when you have like loads of living rooms like that. And then this is a study, which is just a small little room. It's at the back of the house. I think there are some computers elsewhere in the build, like within the bedrooms and stuff. But I do normally like to put in a study room, like a separate study room as well. So I went ahead and did that. And also within the interior, how I was saying before, it's a little bit more modernised. But what I did was, as sometimes I like to do feature walls on, you know, just different walls and stuff, really, not anything, you know, specific. I just like to do that sometimes to make things look a little bit more interesting within the interior. And what I usually do is take one of the exterior wall coverings from that, like a swatch of the siding or a brick or something. But I did actually use the very old-fashioned one that we've got on the exterior here, and I put that as a feature wall in some of the bedrooms. And it actually looks pretty nice within some of the modern rooms, and you've got like the really old-fashioned wallpaper within it in some areas. I think it looks kind of nice. So you'll see that a little bit later. And again, the landscaping, I don't show you all of that today. Sometimes it does get a little bit repetitive, so I just kind of show you one area of it because it's kind of just the same thing I do over and over again. I always used to kind of just do landscaping really randomly, so I just choose like all random plants and stuff and just pile them in. And you know, it sometimes looks alright, but now I tend to make like go with like a theme for all the landscaping within a particular build. So what I tend to do is, and I've also done a landscaping tutorial on this if you want to kind of learn a little bit more. It was filmed a few years ago, but it actually is pretty much the same as I still do it. So basically I have like, you know, the normal plants of like, you know, which are green coloured, and then I choose a flower to match it, which normally has the same colour. So it's normally like, you know, the green, then white sometimes, and also like pink or orange or something. So that's kind of what I do now. And so since, you know, I do the same thing over and over again for all of the different flower beds within a build, I just show you, you know, one of them, and I think it just, you know, saves a little bit of time instead of you getting all bored and stuff. So another thing I was going to talk about, and I've just remembered about it, is that you may have seen the other day that the Sims 4 Discovering University expansion pack was actually leaked. So I still like don't know what to think about it. I'm pretty sure it is, you know, going to be that because of like how reliable the source was in terms of how, you know, legit it looked. Now, you know, obviously I don't 100% know, and we've heard nothing from, you know, EA themselves yet, but it seems like that is going to be the next expansion, which I'm really excited about because, you know, the last pack, which was Realm of Magic, as I've said in that, you know, review of that pack, which was actually within my first speed build, if you want to learn more about that, I didn't actually, you know, do an actual review, I just did it within the first speed build. So, you know, within that I was saying how I was a little bit underwhelmed in terms of build mode in that pack, and I'm one of those people that have no interest in occults or anything like that, so, you know, I couldn't really do that much for that pack. And those 2 builds that you saw on my channel, that's the only thing I've done with that pack. I haven't done anything other than that, like off screen or anything. So I'm really hoping that this pack, because, you know, it's something that I feel I'd be a little bit more interested in. I'm really excited about, you know, build ideas and stuff I can do with that. So the source said it's coming out on the 15th of November, which, you know, sounds all like, you know, reasonable in terms of past expansions. You know, it came out around that time and things, so it sounds like that's going to be, you know, what it is, but we'll just have to wait and see with an announcement from EA. It's a shame that it's, you know, it's been leaked because, you know, it's like, it's nice to kind of be surprised about these things. But I know other part of me as well really likes to, you know, hear these sort of things as well, so I can kind of start planning in my head what I'm going to do in terms of content for it. So if you do have any ideas, you know, let me know. It's a bit early, you know, to say that though, because we don't know how the world's going to work or anything like that. But if there's any kind of initial ideas you have, then let me know. And also just talking about builds, on the gallery, well, it's been a couple of days that these two things happened, but this week I've actually hit 500,000 downloads and 10,000 followers on the gallery, which is crazy. I never really tend to, like, you know, check my statistics on the gallery very often, because it's not really something that, you know, you think of really having like a YouTube channel and Twitter and everything else. But, you know, every once in a while I'll come back to it and give myself a surprise and a shock about how much that gallery page is growing. So that's really nice. So thank everybody who has been, you know, supporting the gallery page. And I'm actually coming up to 10,000 followers on Instagram as well. I'm like, I think about 50 away, which is really exciting because it finally means I'll be able to do the swipe up thing within my stories. Because if you don't follow me on Instagram, if you want to, my username there is just RealThomasTV1, which is the same as my gallery ID and Twitter. So on there, you know, I post a lot, and I update my story a lot as well, both with real life things and also when like a new videos went live, and I also make a post about those things as well. And you know, within the post, I'm having to say, you know, link in bio and stuff, which is fine, but it is going to make things a lot more easier just to be able to swipe up for a new video. So I'm really excited for that to happen. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, other things I post in my story other than, you know, new build updates, new, you know, video updates and real life things, I also sometimes post sneak peeks to upcoming content. So I do that, you know, once in a while. I actually did one for this build as well, so you may have seen a sneak peek to this video if you've seen that on my story yesterday. So yeah, we're just working on one of the kids' rooms now. I just did one today. Sometimes, you know, I do lots of different ones. Sometimes, you know, I'll just do one or two like I did here. I did do like a teen boys room as well, and also a teen girls room, but they're not really as personalised as this. This is like the really personalised ones. The other ones are more, like I was saying, a teen girl or teen boy just by the colours I use, but it's not really anything set in stone. Sometimes, you know, I like to do very personalised things, sometimes I don't, just kind of make a mix of things really. This is the room here that I was just saying before about what would be the teen girl room if I like had to choose one. But of course, it's just up to you. It's just with a purple theme I went for, nothing too personal about it though. So I don't have that much left to do in the build actually. I've got this room, I think maybe one or two more bedrooms, and then at the end, I go back outside and do the garage area because I actually forgot to do that at the beginning. So I went ahead and adjusted the terrain, so it's like a slope going up to the garage door. And I also went ahead and put a few cars in from the debug menu, and that is about it for today's build. So I really hope you enjoyed. In the comment section down below, let me know about what you thought of it. If you have any more suggestions for other builds or anything else that you want to see on the channel next, that'd be really helpful to hear. You can go ahead and download this build from the gallery. My origin ID is RealThomasTV1, and I will also have a link in the description to the online gallery if you want to go ahead and download the build that way. So thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like, share and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!